Welcome back to the Mystery Files of Detective Inaba, number 2. We are here, if I can get control of the game again, yeah. I like Dr. Harima's little file picture there, so. Okay, so morning, been a while since we reviewed this. You committed suicide. Just to review. Alternate events sent my little sister away into a state of shock. Water in the dining room, get a couple more milk, some at the front door. Mentioned having some guests over. One guest were a doctor along with 2 people from the Inaba Detective Bureau. Speak with them about Dad's infidelity. Okay. Now we're on Dr. Inaba's file. It seems my client, Nadeshiko Sakaki, has something she wishes to discuss with me. According to her housekeeper, Sasanoro, Nadeshiko's room is on the 2nd floor, eastern hallway, right-hand side. Best if I go there immediately. Do not want to keep a client waiting. Nadeshiko has formally requested that I investigate the situation surrounding her husband, Rindo's death. I was gonna say, wasn't that the name of the patriarch of the family in Umineko, Rinzo? Ushiromiya? Probably butchered that, but shrug. I have to start my investigation as soon as possible. It wouldn't do me any good if I don't understand the layout first. Thankfully, the youngest son, Asusa, has offered to guide me through the mansion. Now that I've had a proper guided tour of the mansion and its residents, it's time for me to investigate the scene of the death in Rinzo's room. Okay, let's do it. Alright. All of these materials look to be work-related. At times when I took care of Mr. Sakaki face-to-face, he always seemed very zealous about his work. I see. Just by looking at his desk alone, one can get the impression that this is a man who is fastidious and organized. He keeps everything running smoothly. Everything suggests that this window was ever opened. On top of that, the window blinds are still closed. It looks that way. What's this? There's something in here when I pull it out the desk drawer. This is Mr. Sakaki's last will and testament. And this is a huge find. Interesting. At a glance I can tell this will has been entirely penned by hand. But it would be improper of us to read it before the family gets the chance to. I'll hand it over to Mrs. Sakaki later. I agree. That'd be for the best. Rindo's will. Rindo. Dr. Harima, would you please examine the body? Right away. What's this? Did you discover something, Doctor? Mr. Inaba, even though this does look like Mr. Sakaki hung himself, I see enough signs to convince me that this was set up to look like a suicide. Are you certain? Yes, all those ligature marks on his neck do match strangulation by rope. The bruising is inconsistent from what I've seen with suicides. The neck? Is the neck, You know what this suggests, don't you? That someone strangled him to death with a rope, then used the same rope to hang him afterward. Judging from the rigor mortis, I can estimate he died around 11 p.m. last night. Oh. However, I can't deduce anything further without a complete autopsy. So, we've seen nothing from Asusa's perspective regarding what might have happened around the time of the actual death. Other than he was up late reading and slept in. I'm positive that we're looking at a murder here. Then Mrs. Sakaki's intuition was right all along. Which means we have a homicide on our hands. To think that the case started off as an infidelity investigation. What is going on here? What is going on? Why are there civilians at the death scene? It seems the police have finally made their entrance. Huh? Why does that voice sound familiar? Whoa. Hey, you guys! What on earth are you thinking? Waltzing into a death scene as if it's your right. Oh, you're... It's just my luck. Hi? Kyoko? Sweetheart? Dear? Just what do you think you're doing? I'm so sorry, it won't happen again. Don't think you can sorry your way me out this time. Now tell me, what were you thinking? Oh, God. Is this lady an acquaintance of yours by chance? You could say that. She is Dr. Harima's wife, after all. Oh, so we've met. In the aftermath of Oh, Detective Inaba, it's been a while. My darling husband is forever indebted to you. I received a report of a DB, dead body, at this residence, so I came as quickly as I could. I appreciate your assistance, Inspector Harima. Still, Mr. Inaba, even if I know you meant well, I still can't have you doing whatever you please. It creates extra work for me down at the station. It'll all work out, honey. Don't think you're already forgiven, Muffin. Yes, dear. I wanted to perform a thorough investigation, but I suppose you two have already done that for me now, haven't you? Yes, I was just getting ready to go tell the family the results of our investigation. Mr. Ishihara, would you please go ahead and gather everyone in the dining room? I'll report my findings there. Leave it to me, sir. Now then, let us make our way to the dining room. Of course. Very well. Welcome back, Mr. Inaba. I hope you found what you were looking for. Oh, and Inspector Harima. I just wanted to say that it's been a while. How have you been? I've been doing fine. It's good to see you as well, Nina. Sorry for ignoring you earlier. You know, police duties and all. Let me see that you've blossomed into such a beautiful young woman since we last met. I'll bet you have to fend off boys all the time now. Am I really? I mean, I'm not that pretty. As I've said before, you're terrible at hiding how pleased you are. Nina? Do you know this lady? Is she a friend of yours? Yeah, Sissa. She's a good person and you can trust her. Maybe she can be your friend, too, just like me. No. It seems the two of you have gotten close while we were away. Yep, we had nothing to do, so we decided to chat with each other quite a bit and become fast friends. So I got to learn a lot about Azusa and his family. And I got to hear a lot of interesting stories about Mr. Inaba that you wouldn't believe, you sneaky bugger. Really now? Azusa, shh! That was supposed to be a secret! I can't wait to hear about these tall tales you've filled his head with later on, Aramura, including all of the nitty-gritty details. For now, we need to get to the dining room. Right behind you! Oh, showtime. Hey, my man, the detective! I heard you found something juicy about my old man's death. So what is it? We're all dying to hear. Thank you, everyone, for coming. There's something I must let you all know concerning the death of Mr. Sakaki. What did you discover? I will not mince words, man. I'm afraid that your husband did not commit suicide. He was murdered. Are you fucking serious? It can't be. Additionally, I found that Mr. Sakaki had a holographic will? It is a will he entirely handwrote and signed himself. It also requires no witnesses to verify. Oh. I assume that's what they mean by holographic. Father wrote his own will? So not only was it not a suicide, but Dad's will was discovered as well? Mr. Sakaki likely realized his time was coming regardless and wrote his will in preparation. Maybe he suspected that someone wanted him dead and wrote his will for that purpose. May I see it? His last testament? Of course. Here you go, ma'am. Would you prefer for us to wait outside? No, it's all right. I want all of us to hear it together. Understood. This is the last will and testament of me, Rindo Sakaki. I hereby cancel all previous wills I have made of every nature and kind whatsoever. What? All the rest, residue, and remainder of my estate, both real and personal, forever, of whatsoever kind of character, and wherever situated. Huh? Am I reading this correctly? What seems to be the problem, ma'am? I give, devise, and bequeath to my daughter, Sakura Sakaki, to be hers absolutely and forever. I sign my name to my last will and testament, written on this one piece of paper, this 9th of December, 2016, Rindo Sakaki. He left it all to me? What? This has to be some sort of sick joke. You mean to tell me that old man left his entire fortune to that stupid bubble brain? This must be some sort of mistake. Ed would never leave his inheritance to Sakura. It's unthinkable. That will must be forged or something. No, Akane, I'm afraid you're wrong. This is your father's handwriting. I know it is. Impossible. Me? The heir? But... if you prefer, Miss Sakura, you can always appoint someone else in lieu of yourself. Sakura, dear. Yes, Mother? I know you were never interested in the family business and rarely, if ever, assisted in the matter. However, you have always gone above and beyond when it came to taking care of me and your father. Could be that maybe he is finally recognizing those efforts and expressing his gratitude. That does feel like the smart thing to do with money, is to give it to the person who seems least interested in it. Yeah, it feels like the reasonable thing to do. Whether out of pure goodwill, or just out of spite for everyone else. Pit throwing a strap over it, arguing over the inheritance. I don't know. It's your father's decision after all. You shouldn't feel ashamed, so hold your head up high, dear. You shall be the one to succeed as the family's heir. I understand, Mother. This is horseshit! Even hearing yourself, Mom? It's tradition for the firstborn son to take over as the heir of the family. Or have you forgotten? He's right. Natsume is the oldest son, isn't he? So what the heck does that leave him? I will have silence from the both of you. You must respect that everything is your father's decision, he being of sound mind and judgment. Forgive me if I am not convinced. Yes, it's true. Sakura was all too happy to help out the family in her own unique fashion. Doesn't change the fact that she shirked her duties when it came to the business. She should not be the one to inherit all of that. Yeah, Tsubaki's right. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, really, if Azusa and Aoi had no claim at all to any of it, Akane was upset, hard into the business and not obsessed with fortune. Natsume was obsessed with the, Oh, I completely skipped over you, Mrs. Harima. Hold up, aren't we all forgetting something strange the detective said earlier? Something about the old man not offering himself, but someone doing him in instead? Natsume is interested in the title of firstborn, being the heir. He did indeed say that, yes. Sakura, you bitch! You did it, didn't you? You sneaky, greedy whore. Whoa, I couldn't! Everyone, settle down. Want to hear what Detective Inaba has to say regarding all that has happened? Well, I will first say that this matter requires more investigation. Very well. Until the time comes when Detective Inaba arrives at a conclusion regarding this situation, we shall honor the will and have Sakura be the heir. Furthermore, I will not abide any further slander or discussion involving this matter. Am I clear? Now then, Mr. Inaba, I give you free rein to investigate the case of my husband's murder. Please solve this case for me and my family. You have my word, man. I've got a sick feeling in the pit of my stomach. That entire exchange did nothing but show the worst side of human beings. Their father is murdered, and all they can do is squabble over who gets his money. That's just the way people are. Very cruel and heartless, isn't it? Come on, everyone. There's no time to be dragging your feet. Listen up. I'm gonna head back to the station so we can perform an official autopsy on the decedent. Please don't ruin the crime scene in my absence. Remember to always wear gloves whenever you touch evidence, okay? Yes, ma'am. We will be careful. Oh, and Pumpkin, can I trust that you will do all you can to help Mr. Inaba out? I don't want to come back and hear you chicken out at the last minute. Will do, dear. Lastly, Mr. Inaba, good luck. Well, I guess we're in charge by proxy. Shall we begin the investigation? I feel like we should first focus on gathering everyone's alibis. And after we're through with that, we should give Mr. Sakaki's room a once-over. Alright, map time! Map is back. Hey there, Azusa. Wanna come with? Hey, Mr. Investigator, how's it going? Azusa, I have to ask. Where were you and what were you doing last night at 11 p.m.? Oh, you interviewing us for alibis? I see, just like a real detective. Just tell me what you were doing, if you'd please. I will, no need to rush. That time I was reading a book I borrowed from Sakaki. It was extremely engrossing. You should also give it a read one of these days. That's not an alibi. It isn't? Actually, before that I tucked my little sister away to bed at 9 p.m. That's when I went back to my bedroom and started reading that book. Azusa, can you think of anything else I should know? Well, you should know my dad hasn't been eating meals with us for a while now. Furthermore, he rarely even leaves his room. I can't say when we last saw him. I guess it's accurate to say he avoids us. Does your father not get along with everyone? It would be much simpler to say that not only does Dad hate everyone here, but the feeling is mutual. How awful. Mom's always crying with the way things are. I wonder why she married a man like that. Huh. Well, looks how late it's gone. Time for you to go back to my bedroom. We'll have to chit-chat later. Good luck on the case, Mr. Great Investigator Inaba. Thanks. Okay, back in your room now. Yeah, it's interesting that out of the siblings who had a shot at getting the inheritance, Tsubaki was hung up, obsessed with inheriting the business, Natsume was obsessed with being the heir, and Akane was obsessed with the fortune. And Sakura, out of them, Sakura was the only one not obsessed with any of it, and who was just generally a good person, cared about her parents, and helped them out personally. Yeah. We should drop a save. So yeah. Sakura, how are you feeling, hon? Miss Sakura, may I have a moment of your time? Oh my, do you need something? Where were you and what were you doing at 11 p.m. last night? Last night? I was already sleeping around that time last night. Why do you ask? No specific reason. Also, did you notice anything out of the ordinary lately? Notice anything? Now that you mention it, I noticed that Mother has been getting a lot of bruises lately. Oh no. Bruises? Yes, due to Mother's age, her frail body bruises fairly easily from contact. I sometimes help with her with changing her clothes and such, so I notice her bruises then. Can you think of anything else I should know? Anything else? No, sorry. Nothing comes to mind, sir. Very well then. Thank you for your time. Sorry for not being able to help you, sir. You're okay. You've got a lot going on, too. I don't want to pester you too much. Tsubaki. Mr. Tsubaki, may I speak to you for a moment? Yes, detective. Where were you and what were you doing at 11 p.m. last night? Questioning for alibis, are we? In that case, I was in my room reading during that time. Is there anyone who can confirm that alibi? No, I'm afraid not. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary lately? Nothing in particular, sir. Very well then. Thank you for your time. Is there anything else you need to ask? In here, no, because these jerks are out here. Bathroom. Hey, what is it? Oh, nothing to say. Okay, let's ask you guys. Mr. Natsume, Miss Shimizu, may I have a moment of your time? Huh? What now? We don't have time for this. Where were you and what were you both doing at 11 p.m. last night? Why the hell do I have to tell you any of that? I must confirm everyone's alibi. That's why. The fuck? You tried to accuse me of killing my old man? I mean, because you just absolutely loved him so much. I'm asking everyone the same question. If you've done nothing wrong, then you have nothing to hide. I was in my own room sleeping. Yuki and I were drinking until about 10 p.m. Must have passed out or whatever, sometime around there. As for me, well, you already heard Natsume. After he passed out, I headed back to my guest and went to sleep. In other words, both of you don't have an alibi for that time. No one seems to have an alibi for that time. Are you deaf? Didn't you hear a word we fucking said? You don't believe us? What's your fucking problem, you second-rate has-been? Wow. Okay, everyone, settle down. Mr. Natsume, Miss Shimizu, it's not that Mr. Inaba doesn't believe you. He was trying... Shut up. We've heard enough from you guys. Let's go, Natsume. Yeah, babe, we don't need this shit. Hey, detective! No matter what anyone says, I'm not the killer. Don't do anything that you would regret later, okay? Heard you loud and clear. Wow! Okay. Let's go pester you then. Fuck you. What? You still want to doubt me? Sure, why not? Everyone in this goddamn place is all too ready to throw me under the fucking bus as killer. Well, I mean... Oh, right, well, we are here. We should go down. Hello, Akane. Miss Akane, may I have a moment of your time? What do you want? Where were you and what were you doing at 11 p.m. last night? Excuse you? Oh, I see now. You're checking alibis, is that it? That is correct. If you have to know, I was up in my room last night writing up my essay. I was by myself the whole time. There. Satisfied? It's not a satisfactory alibi in the slightest. Of course, whatever you say. Look, you're not going to find one person in this room who can provide a better alibi for that time. So let's get real here, okay? I mean, you're not wrong. Duly noted. Can you think of anything else I should know? Even if it seems irrelevant, anything can help. If you want to go digging that badly, then like 3 years ago, Dad was involved in a terrible car accident. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, he was hit by a drunk driver. It was pretty bad. Left Dad seriously injured and the car he was driving was totaled as well. We're almost certain that Dad wouldn't pull through. I think he was gonna die. Kind of drove the family into a state of panic. In the end, Dad made a full recovery. However, he refuses to eat with us since the incident. Connections. That's a real sudden change to be making. Is it possible that Mr. Sakaki suffered some emotional trauma from the car accident? Don't know. Dad honestly isn't the sort of person to let such things get to him. That's just the way he is. Anyway, ever since then, Ishihara and Sasamoto personally take Dad's meals over to him. Do you think of anything else to add? Anything other than that? No, not really. Very well then. Thank you for your time. You've been the most helpful one here so far. Now that you know I don't have a solid alibi, can you anything else? I'm willing to believe you are innocent. You're a bit of a... bit angry, but you seem like you're overall okay. Not entirely awful. Oh, may I speak with you about yesterday? What do you want to speak to me about, Mr. Inaba? Where were you and what were you doing at 11 o'clock last night? At 11 o'clock? I was sleeping at the time. 9 o'clock is usually my bedtime. My big brother Azus always reads me a story until I fall asleep. Thank you. Looks like you are a really good little sister to your family. Yes, I am. I'm also personally in charge of waking everybody up in this house. I call it my rise and shine treatment. Since I always wake up first thing in the morning, I take it upon myself to go to everyone's room to wake them up. The rest of my brothers and sisters are always so busy with their work, they need me to take care of them. Wow! That's amazing, Aoi! That's the least I can do to help out. If there's ever a chance that any of you three are planning on having a sleepover with us, I'll make sure you all get Aoi's rise and shine treatment too. That's so cute! Thank you for the offer, Aoi. You are adorable. Good. I will make sure everyone rises and shines in the morning. Okay. Let's go teleport downstairs first. Sasimoto. Miss Sasimoto, I have a moment of your time. Certainly, sir. Do you need my assistance with something? Where were you and what were you doing at 11 p.m. last night? I was doing absolutely nothing in particular, sir. After I finished up my work cleaning up the estate, I just went to my bedroom for the night, as I normally do, sir. Really now? Yes, sir. Believe me, sir. I didn't see anyone, sir. Not at all. No one at all. I didn't go to anyone's bedroom. I swear. I don't recall asking those questions. You didn't, sir. Forgive me, sir. Is there anything else you needed? No, that'll be all. Thank you for your time. Was it just me, or was Miss Sasimoto seriously shaking like a leaf there? She was indeed. Conversely to what she said, Miss Sasimoto definitely met with someone that night and had entered their room. Why is she trying to hide it? That's something we'll have to question her again later, when we find some evidence to this. In the meantime, I'll keep this detail in mind. Mr. Ishihara, may I speak to you for a moment? You may. What is it you want to know about, sir? Where were you and what were you doing at 11 p.m. last night? At 11 p.m., I was in the kitchen making preparations for tomorrow morning's breakfast. Were you alone? Yes, sir. I always perform my duties unassisted. Oof, I'm sorry. Did you happen to run into or see anyone during that time? No one comes to mind. Everyone usually stays in their respective rooms around that time. In other words, you have no alibi. I am afraid so, sir. Thank you for your time. You were downstairs. Oh. Is there anything at all you need? Do not hesitate to call on me, sir. Where did she go? She's upstairs. Okay. This bat future is really cool. I do particularly enjoy that. Yo! Mr. Kurita, may I have a moment? Sure. What do you need, sir? Where were you? What were you doing at 11 p.m. last night? What was I doing last night? At the time I was sleeping comfy in my bedroom. Early to bed and early to rise, you know? Could you think of anything else I should know? Anything else? Let's see. Nope, not really, sir. Very well, then. Thank you for your time. That was entirely unhelpful. Always spending an hour of my time here gardening, so I don't know how much help I'll be in your investigation, sir. Fair enough. I will leave you alone, then. I have nothing more to say, sir. Okay, then. What if I loot your bedroom? Okay. Just Jocelyn. Alright, let us go. Hello, comp. Excuse me, officer. I'd like to investigate the crime scene a little more. Apologize. We're in the process of ensuring the Destiny is safely transported. Ask you to please wait a little longer. Oh well. Hey, Mr. Inaba, let's make sure we gather all the information we need from the residents in the meantime. Okay. Mrs. Sakaki, may I have a moment of your time? Can I help you with something? May I ask where you were and what you were doing at 11 p.m. last night? I see. You're gathering alibis to help solve the case. Very well. During that time, I believe I was sleeping. Thank you, ma'am. Also, I noticed that Mr. Sakaki's room is directly across from yours. Did you happen to hear any sort of suspicious noises during that time? Honestly, I did not. This happens to be an extremely loud noise. There's no way you can hear anything from here. I see. Also, did you notice anything out of the ordinary lately? Nothing that comes to mind. Nothing that comes to mind at the moment. If I recall anything, you will be the first to know. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time, ma'am. Alright. Objective complete. word from Inspector Harem. I don't mind you examining the crime scene however you like, but please take care to use gloves, sir. Understood. Oh, hello. One of these desk drawers is locked with a pin code. Looks like it needs 5 digits. I haven't seen anything around with 5 digits on it. Look, I found a memo attached to the bottom of the desk. Looks like a hint to the pin code. You're right, let's read what it has to say. Okay. Your gaze of gracefulness watches me with gentleness. Oh, gotta take notes now. Your gaze of gracefulness watches me with gentleness. Think of me as a prodigy. And what answer could I possibly have to modesty? This is flower talk. That sounds like something straight out of a novel, doesn't it? Do you think these capital letters are possibly a clue to the pin code? See that there are 5 terms capitalized. That doesn't tell us what they are converted to in numbers. So what do these numbers mean? What do these words mean? Maybe someone from the family would understand its cryptic meaning. Hint memo. Find the pin code and unlock Mr. Sakaki's drawer. Number. Well, Mr. Sakaki's bed. Why can't we go in there? Yes, sir. No touchy. What? Small to see the Sakaki family. Give me to take a look at it. Names, ages, and birth orders of the Sakaki family members. Interesting. So, window. Nadeshiko. This is the key to the puzzle. It's the flower meanings upstairs. It's the capital words in the memo are words that came up as flower meanings. And tying that to birth order, that's our code. Okay. Dossier completed. Thank you for that. Changes with the bookshelf. What could that possibly be? So, can I help you with something? Mrs. Sakaki, does this memo mean anything to you? No, I don't really quite understand it. I apologize for not being able to help you. That is alright. Thank you, man. Yeah, so we know what we need to solve the puzzle. We're gonna go ask everyone, just to see what's up with that. You might know something, you're a crafty bugger. Something the matter? As I said, does this memo mean anything to you? Those capitalized words look really familiar somehow. Oh, really? Ah, that's right. Those short, specific meanings of the words remind me of the stuff about language of flowers that Mr. Kurita kept blabbering on about. Ah, like each flower has a meaning? Yeah, maybe you should go take a look at Mr. Kurita's room. But he's got a book somewhere about the language of flowers. Well, that's perfect, actually. You are exactly the one we need to talk about. You have nothing to tell us. You guys are angry. What? You don't want to doubt me? Oh, okay. Now what? Mr. Natsumi, does this memo mean anything to you? What? Give it here. Nah, it means jack shit to me. I see. Yeah. Well, you're an asshole. Do you need something? Mr. Tsubaki, does this memo mean anything to you? I'm sorry, it all seems like balderdash to me. I see. Is there anything I can help you with, sir? Miss Sakura, does this memo mean anything to you? It looks like a small excerpt from a novel? Well, that doesn't mean anything to me. I see. Okay, who else can we show this to? You were actually helpful, Akane, so... What? Miss Akane, does this memo mean anything to you? Let's see here. Nope, a whole lot of gibberish to me. Is that all you wanted? That's all. Sorry for intruding. Oh, yes? May I help you with something, Mr. Inaba? Oh, does this memo mean anything to you? No, I'm sorry, I don't quite understand it. Thank you for trying. Oh. He is kinder. He's become kinder and more compassionate. Yeah, he's a good boy. Okay. Do you understand this? Is there anything at all you need? Do not hesitate to call on me, sir. Oh, no, we can't really ask that. That's reading though. Oh, fair enough. Okay, let's just go to 3F Hall. Read this book. Read it. Okay. So. Sakaki, Nanashiko. Pride, modesty is Tsubaki. So I will assume that is 5, because Tsubaki is the... fifth in line. Natsume, firstborn son. Sakura, firstborn daughter. Tsubaki, secondborn son. So, gracefulness, gentleness, think of me. Prodigy. Gracefulness is Sakura, so that's 4. Modest, virtue, unshakable, rear god, smiling for you. So Natsume is the prodigy. So prodigy, it's a 3. Think of me as Akane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Think of me as Akane, so that's 6. Gentleness is Aoi. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are left with 4, 8, 6, 3, 5. So the pin code is false. Do we need to think of this as, instead of birth order, do we need to 2, 6, 4, 1, 3? It opened! Okay. So I just did complete birth order for the whole family, but this is about Rindo's kids, so naturally Natsume had him down as 3rd in the family, but he's the firstborn kid, so he's a 1 instead of a 3, so just subtract 2 from each of the numbers, which I gave out earlier. It opened! This is a medical record. It is. May I take a look at it? Of course. See anything interesting? Yes. This is Mr. Sakaki's medical record from 3 years ago. 3 years ago? That was when Mr. Sakaki was involved in a car accident. Indeed, this medical record indicates that the injury Mr. Sakaki sustained resulted in radial nerve palsy, also known as wrist drop. What's that? It's a condition that affects the radial nerve which controls movement and feeling in the wrist and hand. In short, your nerves suffer paralysis or numbness. It In this case, it resulted in extreme difficulties in being able to use their hands normally when doing daily activities. In other words, you're saying that Mr. Sakaki has been able to use his hands for 3 years. More or less, yes. Wait, didn't you mention previously that the will he left behind was completely handwritten, Mr. Inaba? How would he be able to write it in his condition? Speaking of, when you mentioned the news to everyone, not one person brought up Mr. Sakaki's condition. It's as if no one, not even his own family, seemed to know he wasn't able to use his hands. This is probably the justification as to why for 3 long years he had avoided contact with his family. The entire reason he's been avoiding his family and not even eating meals with them was in order to hide his medical condition? That probability is indeed very high. The question now is, why did he feel like he had to hide the fact he couldn't use his hands? Several times when I had the chance to meet with Mr. Sakaki, my impression every time was that he was an extremely strict and prideful man. His pride would never allow him to show such weakness. It was even something that would affect his well-being, to his own family. He'd ensure they would never know. Take a look at all the documents on his desk. There are many recent ones here that are all handwritten, bearing his signature. Furthermore, they all appear to have the exact same penmanship. If we are to believe Mrs. Sakaki, then these are all his genuine handwriting. This may be the work of a person who signs documents on behalf of Mr. Sakaki. Except this person can also replicate his handwriting. Kind of like someone has been acting and writing as him for these past 3 years? Well, certainly. So that means the holographic will was a self-serving act conducted by that without Mr. Sakaki's consent. Precisely. There's a good chance that our killer is this. God, no, why? Emmanuel's. Oh, God. So you're saying that Mr. Sakura is actually Mr. Sakaki's agent? Thank you, Nina. She basically killed her father and wrote herself the inheritance in his handwriting? It's far too early to say. There are people other than Miss Sakura, who could be the agent. And they may have had a hand in guaranteeing that Miss Sakura would receive the inheritance for motives unknown. It appears that we still have more investigating to do. The plot thickens. Rindo's medical record. Oh, sirs, ma'am, dinner has been prepared. I'm here to escort you to the dining room. With all due respect, Mr. Ishihara, the last time we ate dinner in a strange mansion, someone died. Huh? It's that late already? We were so engrossed in the investigation that I didn't even notice the time. Guess we should all head home right after dinner. On the contrary, Madam insists that you all stay for the night. She has made preparations for you to have your own rooms here. Mr. Inaba, what do you think? Should we all stay for the night? It would be rude to refuse a generous offer from the client, especially after she went through such lengths to accommodate us. I wonder if this could be an omen. Don't even joke about that. This way, please. Snazzy. So, Mr. Investigator, how goes the investigation? There's nothing you should be worrying yourself over. Pfft, you didn't figure out a damn thing, did you? Yes, I did, actually. Shut your face up. I cannot say at this point in time. Yep, not a goddamn thing. Nothing's gonna change the fact that the old man bit the bullet. What matters most of all here is that inheritance. Natsume, dear, did you forget what I said earlier today? Until solid evidence is presented, we will honor that will. Shut up your face, Natsume. Poor Sakura. Hey, humor me for a moment, guys. Okay, moments passed, moving on. Let's say, what if little Miss Beneficiary here were to die suddenly in a tragic accident? Wouldn't everything default to the firstborn son in that case? Oh. Huh? Don't even joke about that. Hold on. What the heck are you trying to imply, Natsume? I'm not wrong, am I? Since the old man's no more and the heiress is dead, it's only natural for everything to go to me. Clever. So all I have to do is murder my eldest brother, therefore everything would go to this fucking family. Holy shit. Whoa! Did I hear you correctly, Sakaki? Did you just confess in front of all these nice people to premeditated murder? I was merely reiterating what you said, minus the self-censorship. Still, I must confess that the thought is more appealing than the inheritance being passed down to you. Wouldn't you agree, my dear brother? Say that again to my face, I dare you. Children, that is enough. We have guests. My sincere apologies, Mother. Yeah, sorry, whatever. You're not sorry. You're an ass. Is it hot in here, or is it just me? All the animosity in the air is leaving a bad taste in my mouth. At least you can eat. I lost my appetite. Do you have an upset stomach, Nina? I can get you something if you like. No thanks, Dr. Harma. I'm fine, really. Oh. I blinked and missed that. Oh man, I'm stuffed. So you found your appetite. And what were you saying about you losing your appetite back there? Shush, Mr. Inaba. I think we gathered as much information as we can for the day. Shall we retire to our rooms for the night? Since you two are sharing the same room tonight, you'll find me upstairs on the second floor at the guest room next to Miss Shimizu's. Call me if you need anything. I'll keep that in mind. See you tomorrow. Have a good night, Nina. Yep, sweet dreams, you guys. Now then, shall we go to our guest room? Sure. I believe our guest room's on our right-hand side, right? Okay. No more map. Just us boys. We got a copy of Reno's will. That's interesting. Oh. You can still talk to people. I wasn't able to finish tending to the flowers for the day. I'm playing catch-up right now, right there. I don't want to dilly-dally it now, oh no. You did it. You mentioned Dahlia. Just gotta come back. Can we ride the elevator? Can we joyride the elevator? Yeah, let's joyride the elevator. What you doing, kid? Oh, you're not here. Where are you? Try for the night. Oh, Mrs. Sakaki is already sound asleep. I should leave her be. I bet he's tucking in now. Nope, you're all here. Is it okay for me to use the bath? Yes, you certainly may. We're also thinking about taking a bath as well, since our bathtub is rather large. Would you like to share a bath with us, Miss Arimura? Oh, that sounds really nice. Thank you. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Let's all go take a bath together. I'll pass. I'm gonna head back to my bedroom. That doesn't sound like you. Really, Asusa, you should join us. No thanks, I'm fine. I don't want to take a stupid bath with you guys in the first place. Besides, I'm already 15 years old. I'm not a kid anymore. I'll be in high school next year, you know. You're in middle school, Asusa? But you're so small. I honestly thought you were still in grade school. Oh. Nina, why would you say such a thing? I thought we were friends. Betrayal. Poor Asusa. I'm sure Nina didn't mean any harm by what she said, but it's okay, Doctor. Further explaining it only makes it hurt worse for the kid. Now I wonder if their bathtub is huge enough to fit an entire family in it. It might be. I'm not small, and who knows? I might get a growth spurt as I get older. Asusa isn't short, is he? Yeah, you look even shorter. I was thinking about heading to bed after a bath. Well, good night, Arimura. This is Aoi's room. No Akane. Well, time for bed. Where is Akane? Oh, everyone's at the bar. Akane, since father has passed away, my workload has been increased. Do you think you could lend me a hand? Eh? Like, now? I'm still in the middle of writing this essay. You're the only one in the family that I can depend on, since I'm doing my best to juggle the family business and university life, am I not? Okay, so these two are in college. Well, just because you can do it doesn't mean everyone else can, Sakaki. So you're admitting that you're incompetent when compared to our genius brother, Akane? Oh, so you're admitting that you're incompetent when compared to our genius brother, Akane? Natsume, if you're only going to antagonize us, just get out. She's stressed. Man, everyone here is so damn touchy. Dear, I was thinking we could finally set aside our differences and become a real family. No rest for the weary, I guess. Say, no wonder you're so touchy. You're stressed about university life and family business work, and there's no wonder you're so worried about the friggin' fortune. You're in college. That's the college concern. It's worrying about money. How can I ever be related to a simpleton like that? Heh, just like Sakaki to be unaware of people's struggles outside of his own. I can't say you don't have a point there. You're still an asshole. It's that picture of the breaking news, worst person ever has made a good point. Don't these siblings ever get tired of fighting amongst themselves? You're still kind of, I don't know about you, but, well, farewell. Who wants a drink? On the house. Just name it. Okay. Alright, what else is going on in here? This is the guest room. Everyone's still... Oh, can't really bother them. Well, let's go back upstairs and bother our... Where are they then? Okay, let's go downstairs. What's going on in here? Hello. I'm preparing tomorrow's breakfast, sandwiches and yogurt. Oh. So you took Asus's advice to... Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, are you okay? Having to help the family with their tragic loss as well as juggling my duties, I was able to finish them all for today! Now I have double the duties for tomorrow! Goodness gracious, I'm in for it now! Oh no. Oh dear. I'm so sorry. Oh, Dr. Harima, you're already in bed. Move over. Mr. Inaba, I think your bed is over there. I won't tell. The snow is accumulating outside. Well, okay. I guess we're going to bed then. Good night. See you in the morning.